Well, today you join me on the stunning East Dart above Post Bridge. Despite last year promising myself that I would definitely come out and explore some more of the Dutchy waters this year, I've managed one morning on the Cherry Brook and then the afternoon on the West Dart at 2 bridges, so not very auspicious, I'm afraid. I had taken today off actually to go and fish the Tor, and I thought, well Chris, if you don't come and do it now, that's going to be another year gone when you haven't explored some more of these wonderful rivers. So unfortunately it has coincided with the first frost of the year. It's been a pretty cold morning, so I don't know what the fishing's going to be like, but if nothing else I can use it as a bit of reconnaissance for next season. Right, let's go and have a look at this stunning stream. Well, I'm starting off with a sort of Paul Proctor type all-purpose terrestrial pattern. No risers as yet. The water feels quite cold. I wonder if that really cold night we've just had has put them down. I mean, it's not quite 10 o'clock yet, so maybe it's back to like spring tactics. We'll have to wait till midday. I don't really want to have to go on the nymph to catch a fish. It's a beautiful piece of water. As with the Cherry Brook, I really can't believe it's taken me all this long to come and fish this. Next year I'm definitely going to come up in June. God, you think there'd be fish through there, wouldn't you? Nope. Oh well, there's miles and miles of river here, so just have to keep going. Well, I've switched now to a CDC and elk just to see if the different profile will make any difference. I've seen a few sedges around. I fished through some lovely pools which just scream trout, but not even a little snatch from a small fish with a dry fly. So I don't know where all the fish are. On the plus side, I have seen a kingfisher, which seems quite high up the moor to me. My dad always told me they were more the lowland bird and the dipper was the moorland bird, but there's definitely one here on the East Dart. Nada. Well, finally, my first East Dart trout. Not very big, mate, but you are important to me. Oh well, it's a nice little confidence boost. Whew. Well, it's not the easiest terrain to navigate. I've just come up against this barbed wire fence, so I don't know We get back in the river and go past it. Getting hot. God. 2 little fish so far for my efforts. It's some really beautiful pools, but they're empty ones. I'm sure people here who know this beat will say, you've gone the wrong way, Chris, you should be up, walk up along there first and then get into the river. Maybe that's what I should have done. Right, let's see if we can get around this barbed wire. Right, well, I'm trying a clink hammer now, just to see whether having some of the body sitting below the surface will make a difference. I just fished it though up through this lovely, I'll show you, this lovely bit of pocket water here, and not a touch, so I'm not sure it's going to work. I mean, normally you'd flick a fly in there and something will have a snaffle at it. I must say, this gorse, all this bloody gorse is a pain. If you get out the river, it's quite hard to find a spot to get back in. On the rock, am I? Just absolutely dead. You think there'd be a fish sitting alongside that ledge right there? I can hardly believe it. It looks so good, and yet it's so quiet. Well, it's now 12 o'clock and I've had to admit defeat. I've put on a little duo rig just to see if that makes any difference. Nymph's about 18 inches off the back of the dry fly. It's been tough. It's tough going through all this gorse and around the trees and everything. It's not what I've seen on YouTube. That must be higher up, I think. I'm not sure if I'm getting takes here, if I'm just catching on the rocks. I think I'm catching on the rocks. No. I'm going to give this about an hour. If it doesn't bring anything, I might just put a great big sedge thing on and use it as a bit of a stimulator type pattern. And then I think I'm going to have to admit defeat, go home, tail between my legs. Right, let's move up a bit. I caught a twig fish. This is the trouble with duo, isn't it, on these shallow streams, even with quite a short gap from the fly. Doesn't take much to get caught up. Just the odd cloud coming about now. Maybe if it clouds over, they'll be more inclined to rise. I don't know. As I said, I've never fished here before, so I don't really know what's good and what's bad. Oh. Gorse. Well, they're not exactly smashing the nymph either, are they? God, this bloody gorse stuff, it's a real pain, it's everywhere. Well, it's pretty tiny, but I have caught another fish. Oh my goodness, you are a minnow. You swallowed the fly as well. Goodness. There you go. Well, I've had a spot of lunch and I've switched back onto the dry fly because we have actually got some cloud cover now. And there, I've got a rise, an actual rise. I was just thinking it would be nice to at least see a rise or get a rise. And I did. I've got a shuttlecock emerger thing on now. Wouldn't it be lovely? Just have a nice big hatch now of olives or something and the fish start rising. Not sure what's going to happen, but it would be nice. I just had a better fish come up in this pool. It seems to sort of jump at the fly, and I don't know if I missed it or if he missed it. It's definitely bigger. What a shame. Not gonna come again, is it? Still, so it is possible to get a rise, but the sun's come out again now. Come on, cloud. Haha! Well, it's a little bit bigger. It's not a minnow. Is. Oh well, that's a couple more fish I've caught than in the previous 3 hours. Oh, a little fish. Back onto the Wickhams now so I can see it. It has actually clouded over, but it's brought a bit of a downstream wind with it. But anyway, at least I've had half a dozen fish now. I think if I came again I would probably miss out all that first bit, just if there's a way to walk around it and get some more this sort of properly water. That first bit's got a lot of trees, it's got barbed wire, a lot of gorse, so much gorse you can hardly get in and out of the bloody river, so yeah, this is a bit more what I was expecting. But it's been a slow day. Took me fly through no end of spots where I thought, yeah, that'll be a fish, that'll be a fish, that'll be a fish. Nothing. Couldn't tell you why. Change in temperature maybe, change atmospheric pressure, time of year, time of day. I mean, that's the thing about this pastime, isn't it? There's so many variables. I don't think you can never predict anything. Always and never, two words you can't use. Well, in all sorts of fishing, but certainly fly fishing rivers for trout. You can come here the next day, every little pot fish will come up and attack your fly. You can't help but wonder though, are they rising on the tour now? Oh, actually caught something half decent, I think. Well, for this stream. Oh, look at that. One of those very, very black moorland trout. Yeah, there's spots. Beautiful. Ah. Well, maybe things are going to look up. Well, that was a shame I wasn't recording then, because that fish actually saw it rise and covered it just up by that rock. So that's quite nice. I thought there was a way here where you could get back on the path to walk back rather than going along the river. I'm not seeing it. I think it's round the corner somewhere. I don't really fancy walking back through all that bog. Yeah, it's starting to rise a few now. Whereas early in the day it was absolutely dead, so is it just because it's warmed up a bit? Is it because the clouds come over? Don't know, don't care. Oh, there's a little olive hatch in there as well. Whoa. Never cast and wade. Just about nettable, I think. I'm all tangled up. Yeah. I've just stopped to put another battery in the camera. Thought I'd show you a quick panorama. Look at this place here. It's like I've got the whole world to myself. And the river running through the middle of it all. I feel very spoilt. Oh, please stay on. Oh, oh no. It's a nice fish. It's getting in the current. Come out. Oh, yay. Oh. Well, I've just been through a terrible period where I missed like 3 or 4 fish, but at least this one stuck. Yeah, there. I know it won't look massive to some people, but in terms of scale, that's quite a good fish up here on the moor. That's 9 inches long. Look at that. Beautiful in that sunlight, that. Ugh. It's been tough, but I think it's worth it. I probably ought to make it clear there are much bigger ones than that up here on the moor, but for today I think that's about the best that I'm going to manage. If you read old Mike Weaver's book, I think he talks about catching a 17-inch fish from up above Post Bridge. I mean, that would have been back in the 70s, I assume, so maybe there aren't fish like that here anymore, but who knows. It's a hell of a fish, isn't it, for this little stream? You've got to assume that that would have run up from downstream, wouldn't it? Probably for spawning and not got back yet, because I can't see how fish of that size would survive up here on these meagre pickings unless it's cannibal, I suppose. That's another thing to mention, isn't it? People look at these trout and think, oh yeah, but they're tiny. But that 9-inch fish is probably 4 years old. It's had to spend 4 winters up here and survive. So it is all relative. Well, I think it's getting on towards 3 o'clock now. I'm still not seeing this path. I was expecting this to come around, and then the path seems to come on the map. It comes quite close to the river, so I think what I might have to do is just give myself until say 4, and then I'm just going to walk so I can find it. So it's going to take me a good hour to get back to the car. Nice that the day's picked up a bit though. It was slightly depressing this morning. Driven all that way, bought the ticket, and there's just like nothing. So I think I'm well past double figures now. A lot more fish up in this bit, I think. Well, ones I don't catch anyway. Oh, that looked like a rise over there. Yeah. That was about an inch long. Okay. Smaller than the fly, I think. I think I've seen a fish rise up here. That's why I put the camera on. There. Quite hard to spot in this light. If it was, that's covered him twice. So. Not for the faint-hearted, I don't think, this stretch. It's hard work. Especially fighting this downstream wind all day. It's not super windy, but it's been enough to just keep throwing the fly off the line. There he was. I knew I'd seen a rise. Oh, it's quite a good fish for a feel of it. What's it doing? Whoa, it's getting in the rock. Come out. Come out. The fish is still there. God, has it done me up? Can't tell what's going on here. I think it's stuffed me in a rock. I should have put more pressure on. Oh no, I wasn't expecting that. What a shame. It's just a feel on the line. Oh, must be a big hole under there it's gone in. Damn, that's almost adding insult to injury, look, isn't it? I can't get over that. That's one of those fish that's going to get bigger and bigger, isn't it, the longer you go on talking about it. Oh. Just in the wrong place where I was stood, just couldn't get any side pressure to get it out of that rock. It's the not knowing, isn't it? It does you. It jumped in the air and you could have a guess, and oh yeah. But now it's the not knowing. I think I'm tempted to call that it, people. There's loads and loads more river here, but I'm so shell shocked at that. That would probably have been one of my best Dartmoor trout ever, and it would have been on camera. So I think I'm going to have to just go for a walk and catch you all next time. A big old heron that flying up over there. I'm still not seeing the path. Some lovely pools here that I'll have to get back. It goes across the top. I shall have to get back in the summer when I'm not so time restricted, I think. And when I've recovered from losing that trout. Ugh. I don't know what to do. Whether to keep pushing on to find the path to go back across the top of the moor, or just turn and follow the river. It'd be a lot quicker if I can find the top path. Well, I don't know if you're seeing that, but it's got my location there. Over Dart, yes, here's Dart. I am miles away from meeting the path. It's all round the corner, up, what, over here somewhere. There it is, going down that way. Oh my God. It would take you days to fish all this, wouldn't it? Well, I don't think I've got any choice. What's that there? I mean, there might be a path up over there, but how the hell do you get to it? I think I'm going to have to just trudge back down the bloody river. Oh well. Well, I've bushwhacked my way up through the bracken here. Not recommended. And I found what I think might be a pathway. It says there's a path up here on my phone, so I'm going to guess this is it. I've also found a sock. Somebody's been along here hiking anyway. Isn't that beautiful down through there? I think this is just a sheep track, but I'm sure I saw some footprints back there though, so people have used it. It's easier than walking along the boggy riverbank, isn't it? Hello. Am I going the right way? Yeah, no help at all. Well, this may be completely the wrong way to go, so don't take my word for it. I've come away from the river now, up to this stile. I'm hoping this wall, or this path here, will go straight back to the car park where my car is, so it's a bit of a long way round, but I still think it's probably easier than walking along the river bed. There's some really deep quagmire holes there you've got to watch out for. Right, well, I think that's it then. I'll catch you next time. Just leave you with this view.